Hey everyone, and welcome back to Cast Royale, the Clash Royale podcast for casual players. I'm Joe, aka the Boom Man, and today we are going through a special video because this deck that we are showing today was the deck that Surgical Goblin used to win the Gamergy Masters Finals. In that game, in that series, I guess, he was in the finals with Flobby Clash Royale. Both are great players. Obviously, Surgical Goblin has won almost every single tournament in 2017, and Flobby was, I think, number 3 in the world at the top of the ladder at one point. So, two really awesome players, and this deck here is a graveyard cycle deck that allowed Surgical Goblin to win the championship for the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing into a grand challenge, see how it works, and see if we can make it work for the casual players. So let's dive right in. So let's jump into our first game and let's see what we got. Looks like we got Blacklight RC. Let's give him a good luck, a thumbs up, and let's see what happens. So this isn't the greatest starting hand, I guess, because we don't really have anything. I don't want to waste the Tesla right away just because it probably is not the best play. We'll throw the archers in the back and see what he does. I'm thinking I'm going to have to use the Tesla to defend here. Probably distract with the Ice Golem. And we got it. Alright, that's not too bad defense. Let's use the Ice Spirit. And I think we are set up nicely for a counter push. Uh-oh. I think I'm going to have to zap this. Alright, I think I'm going to go in with a graveyard and let's see what happens. Come on, cross the river. Oh, I just got wrecked. That is the worst possible card I could have seen right now. Yeah, that's not going to work too well. So Executioner is a great counter to this deck. Fortunately for him, he has just that card. Let's see if we can make this work. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, we're going back in. Let's see if we can do it. So the goal with this deck seems to be use the Ice Golem on defense whenever you can. But you really need the Ice Golem to facilitate the offensive push. So I think he just made a mistake here because he grouped up the Ice Wizard and the regular Wizard and the Prince. So I'm not really sure that I agree with that play there from him because they're all going to get wiped out. I don't really have to worry about the Prince because I think my tower will kill it. And it does. Okay, perfect. So I think he's probably going to drop the Executioner here. Otherwise, I would go in with my Ice Spirit. He does. So I think at this point, what I'm going to do is just drop the Mega Minion in the back. See if I can get good value with this Tesla Tower. Let's turn this guy around. And let's go on the counter push. Here we go. He drops that down. He drops that down. And we poison it. This is not a good push for him to deal with. At this point, I think I'm going to kill most of his guys here. I still have my Tesla Tower, which I think is going to save my tower here. And I do. And I think we're just going to go in for another push. Get the poison. See, this guy's grouping up all of his troops. I'm not entirely sure why he's doing that, but he is. And it's giving my poisons tremendous value. So I'm just going to use the Tesla here because I just need to stay alive for as long as I can. If I can do that, I'll be set. And I need one more solid push. And I'll be able to take the victory. So I'm just going to defend here with a Tesla. I probably should have saved something. I didn't realize that he had a graveyard, so let's see if I can just zap here. Can I get the tower with that? All I need is like 1 or 2 hits. I think that's enough, right? We're about to find out if that's enough. Let's see. Come on. All right. GG, well played. Okay, so this was a really good matchup for me, I guess, because he played all of his cards at the tower. I don't think his placement was really good, so I kind of got that win just because he grouped up all of his troops. If he did a better job spreading them out, he probably takes that game, but, I mean, I'm not going to complain about a victory. So, let's go into game number 2. We've got Gladeson. Gleitzan. Sounds right. So let's start off with an Ice Spirit just to distract. I'm going to defend here. I just wasted a lot of elixir there. That is not what you want to do when you're playing this deck. Just waste elixir. I'm assuming he's just using like something like the Loblin, a spell bait deck. He does. See, he's placing his troops really well. Like the other guy was not doing this. So I'm probably going to have a pretty tough time versus this deck. Let's see if I can do something like that. So that wasn't too bad. I think I defended that pretty well. I got lucky at the end there. His princess didn't attack my archers because I dropped the ice golem down. So I didn't take too much damage. I'm going to drop the Mega Minion here. The zap didn't work too well for me before. So at least maybe this way I can go on a counter push. Not so sure how it's going to work out. But I would use my graveyard here, but I don't think it's the right move. So I'm just going to wait. Instead, what I'll do is I'll just drop the archers over here, take a little bit of damage. Oh, that was a lot of damage. That was bad. This was just real bad. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to chalk this one up to just a loss. And yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So ultimately, what I should have done is not dropped archers there. I probably should have just used my poison, because that would have killed everything that he has there. Because right now, I can't do anything. I mean, he's going to take my tower. He's killing everything. Goblin, like, log bait decks are really hard when you don't have a log. And I think this is a really good counter matchup for him because I don't have a log. As long as he can get his knight down, my towers just can't do enough. So unfortunately, he's going for the victory. He's going to probably use his rocket and take the W. I'll chalk this one up to, I don't really know the deck too well, and this was a pretty good matchup for him. That's a big problem with this deck, I guess, and I never really thought about it when I was watching Surgical play. You don't have a log, so you have to be really conscious of where you're using your zap and where you're using your troops so that they don't get tremendous value with the Goblin Gang, the Goblin Barrel, what did he have? The Dark Goblin, he had a Princess. So, I mean, without a log, I don't really know how you defend against that, but I probably could have played it better, but I'm a casual player, let's be honest. So let's start off again with another Ice Spirit. It didn't work too well last time, but maybe it'll work better this time. Now that I think about it, I'm probably just going to use the Tesla Tower here, use some defense, see what happens. The tower plus the Tesla should be able to overcome that, and they do. I think here I'm just going to go in for it. We'll zap this, and if he drops anything down, we will poison it. Okay, so he may activate the King Tower. Ah, he did. Okay. So I got really good damage on the tower there. That tower went from almost full to literally less than half in about 2 seconds. And then even less, it's at 289 health right now. So this was pretty good for me. I'm going to zap this just because at this point I think all I need to do is poison him out. And if I can play good defense, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. But again, that's if I can play good defense. I've definitely lost a match like this before. So let's see how this works. See what he does. He's going to have to defend against this, otherwise he loses his tower. I'll drop the Mega Minion down here. And I think I'm just going to go on a counter push on the other side and see how he defends it. So he doesn't have the Executioner anymore. He probably uses the bats. He does. The bats will die once that dies. The Ice Spirit. Okay. So I think what I'm going to try and do here is distract. Yes, perfect. So I was able to distract, and because of that, I'm not going to take crazy damage on my tower. I'll zap that, and he gets no damage at all. So at this point, I'm looking pretty good. The tower's at 289, so I think that's one poison, maybe one poison and a zap. Not entirely sure. Can't do math that quickly in my head, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna poison this out. I haven't used my poison too much previously, so at this point I will use the Tesla to set up some defense. I'll use Yeah, so that was a pretty good play for him. Perfect, perfect. So I'll drop the archers down. At this point, he's going to go pretty aggressive. And all I'm going to do is just poison out the tower. I think my defense is pretty well set up. I'm going to zap this, and he doesn't get the tower in time. So we win. GG, well played. Good luck. So that is 2-1 at this point. We are doing okay. The only deck that we lost to so far is the Loblin, which is that log bait style deck. And I really think that deck just had way too much stuff in it for me to deal with. So let's go in again. Let's see if we can get to 3-1 and use Surgical Goblin's deck well enough to keep on pushing through this grand challenge. So with this starting hand, I don't really know what to do, just because normally you want to not play your Ice Golem in the back. And the graveyard's not a great card to just play right away. It kind of has to be a surprise factor. At least that's what I tried to notice when Surgical was playing. So the Ice Golem defends against the tower pretty well there. Okay, so this is going to hurt. So I'm just going to set up some defense and see what happens. The Golem, he had a Golem and a Lumberjack, so it's probably just a typical beatdown style deck. I think placement here is probably going to be really key for me. I'm going to use the Ice Golem to just keep everything in place. Hopefully I get really good value here with the Mega Minion. I do, and I take almost no damage at all on that push. So he just used it, the pump, so I'm going to go in pretty hard here. I'm taking a risk. He has to prioritize the graveyard or he's going to lose his tower. He does zap, so that does work for him. But at this point, I'm going to take a little bit of damage on my tower, but hopefully I can get a couple of good pushes in before time's up. I really want to poison that, but I feel like if I do, I'm going to lose the game. So I'll just wait 1 second. I'll set up my Tesla tower because I think he's going to go in for a push here. He does. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just drop the Ice Golem back. I'm going to try and defend one more push, and then hopefully I can use a counter push to go on the offense. So let's see how well this works. Drop the Mega Minion. He'll protect everything. Drop the Mega Minion, and at this point, I'm just getting ready to poison whatever he throws down. Perfect. Let's bring this into the middle. Let's bring this to the right. Perfect. Perfect. This defense is working out really well. He just used a lot of stuff there. He did do really well there, so he got some nice chip damage on my tower. But I think at this point, he's not going to do so well because I think I can poison him out with my graveyard. And yeah, I mean, I think at this point, that was a pretty big misplay for him. Plus, I'm getting his pump with the poison. I think at this point, if he goes on the right side, I'm just going to attack the left and see what happens. He does. So let's see if we can make this work. 1, 2, 3. I just need some more reinforcements. Let's pull everything over. See if we can drop this down. And I think that's the tower, right? He didn't get it anyway. GG, well played. I would have gotten that left-hand tower if I would have had 1 more second, but it would have been close. I just gave up the right-hand side because I thought I was going to win if I let it go and use the attack to my advantage. By going on the offense when he attacked the right-hand side, I was actually able to distract both the Night Witch and the Lumberjack, which keeps things away from the lane that he's trying to attack. The Golem itself is a really slow attacker, so at the end of the day, I don't really care if he drops that down. I'll let it go down the lane and I'll do damage on the other tower. So let's see if I can get 1 more victory before we call this thing quits. And I always drop the Ice Spirit down just because it's a pretty good bait card. Alright, so he goes in pretty hard. I'm going to go in with the Graveyard Ice Golem, and hopefully he throws something down so I can poison it with the tower. And he does. So I think this works out really well for me. Although he's probably going to get a pretty good counter push with that, with the Bandit, but I think I should be able to kill it before it attacks. Can I? Ugh, 1 attack. That thing dashes so fast. So frustrating, that thing. Let's see if I can get one hit on the tower here. If not, it's okay. Get the chip damage in with the Ice Spirit, and I will go right back on the offense here. So I'm just going to go right back in for another push here. I see that he doesn't have really great counters for the Graveyard, so hopefully I can use this to my advantage. And do they start building up enough? Doesn't look like it. So I think I'm about to get wrecked here. Wouldn't be the first time. Definitely will not be the last time. Hopefully I can defend here. Pull the rage away. I can. So he's going to get really good damage here on my tower, but I think I defended that as well as I could have. At the end of the day, he's probably going to go on another push. He's got the pump, so he's at a pretty big advantage here right now, to be honest with you. And I'm really just trying to stay alive. I think at this point I need to try and overcome this elixir advantage, and I just don't know if I can do it. So we'll see, but I've done it before, but this is going to be a tough one to come back from. Hopefully I can get some pretty good value here out of this poison, but I'm really just going to go on the defense here and see what happens. Does he drop that down? He does. Let's see if I can pull this. So I think that poison, that preemptive poison, is not the greatest. It's not the greatest move for him. I'm gonna use the Tesla Tower here. I have to develop an offensive push, and I can't do that without getting the Ice Golem. So let's see if I can do the push now. I think he has to defend. I mean, if he doesn't defend, he loses the tower. So the Golem's not really going to do too much damage to me here. So I don't really have to worry about that. But no. Did I save it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. Alright, here we go, folks. Let's see if we can do it. Why didn't that play? Oh no. Oh no. I think I just misplayed pretty bad there. I need one more poison. One more poison. Can we do it? Can we do it? Zap! No! I should have zapped the tower. Oh no! That was so bad. Oh, okay, all right. I can't go out like that, right? I need to do at least one more just to see if I can get the W. So we'll go in. We're currently 3-2. If I lose one more, we're out. But nonetheless, this deck is super fun. So let's give it one more go and see if we can do it. So I think this one's a better starting hand. I'm just going to use the Ice Spirit here again, see what he does. If he does nothing, he drops the Ice Golem. So it's an interesting choice. He's probably going to go on a push here. He does. I'm going to split up my archers. I'll defend with this guy. Zap this just to keep everything alive for one more second. Perfect. No damage on the tower. And a little bit of chip damage on his tower. And I will go on the left side now, so I'm going to switch it up just to see what he throws down. He didn't want to take the damage before, but we'll see what he does now. So he lets that one go through. So I'm not really sure how I want to approach this, but we're going to go in with the Ice Golem Graveyard push and hope that we can get pretty good value here with the poison. But I don't know if we're going to be able to. And we do. That's perfect. So we're going to get some pretty good chip damage in on this tower here. The pump went down. Let's see if we can defend this. See, he's going to get a really big elixir advantage, which is going to be problematic for me. He's going to get one hit with this Dark Prince, but that's okay. At this point, he has a huge elixir advantage. That pump is going to do work for him. And I'm not entirely sure how to come back from that, but hopefully I can damage out his tower before he overtakes me. This is going to be pretty brutal. So I'm just going to set up some defense. See what happens. Yep. And the train begins. This is bad. This is real bad. No, stay alive. Please stay alive. No good. No good. Could have done a lot different there. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this Tesla tower. It's not even doing anything. So if you ever want to know where not to place your Tesla tower, you've learned. You've definitely learned where not to place your Tesla tower. Alright, so I just got wrecked. Did I lose? I lost. So, GG, well played. Clearly, at 17 seconds left, I have absolutely no way that I can come back from this. He had pretty much counters to everything that I had. I'm not sure that I'm really good at this deck, but nonetheless, it is super, super fun. I'm going to let him get as much damage as he can here. Let's see what kind of chests we get out of this Grand Challenge chest. GG, well played. Let's see if we can get, maybe we get lucky and we get a legendary. Then it would all be worth it, but highly doubt it. Let's see, let's see. Oh, we get a rage spell, so it's literally one of the worst spells in the game. We'll open up the crown chest. Let's see what we get. Anything good? 68 E-barbs. What could be better than that, right? Guys, as you can see, this deck is super fast at 3.0. Surgical Goblin used it in the grand finals, and it worked like a charm for him. As my first time playing it, I was able to get 3 wins and 3 losses in a grand challenge. I'm not saying, I will never say that I'm the best with any of the decks that I play with, or that any of the decks that anyone plays with, but it is fun nonetheless, and if I can get 3 wins with it, I'm sure you guys can get plenty more. So hopefully this video allows you to see the different strategies that the deck has to offer. You can take it, learn from it, and get even better with it. Guys, be sure to tune in next time for another hodgepodge of everything. Thanks for watching. Bada bada, boom.